I would say my last relationship definitely taught me, like, when somebody show you who they are,
Believe
the 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th time, you have to believe them.
I think Lil Baby is bisexual. I was sucking his, and I started going down. And yeah, he didn't stop me. He put his legs back to him.
Wayda just slipped up in a way that has the whole internet going wild. She basically confirmed what everyone's been whispering, that Lil Baby's sugar daddy ain't just a rumor, it's the name we all been suspecting. She didn't drop his name directly on live, but the way she's been posting, moving, and what her people are hinting at, fans are convinced she just spotlighted one of the most powerful players in Baby's circle. The same man tied to that infamous white party photo, the private jets, the courtside seats, and billionaire links. And it gets even messier. Folks are saying it's deeper than money. Word is, Jayda walked away because she allegedly found out dude was on the DL. And this mentorship was way more personal than the public thought. Whether you buy it or not, the timing, the so-called receipts, and Jada's moves got everybody believing she just exposed the one name Lil Baby's been desperate to keep out the headlines. Before diving into the receipts, Jayda herself admitted she tried to give Lil Baby another shot, but it just wasn't working. For many, that was the breadcrumb proving she'd already peeped what was really happening. And once she dropped that clue, fans didn't even have to think twice. They went right back to that photo. The one from Michael Rubin's white party, with Lil Baby front and center, Rubin right next to him, and another mystery guest sitting tight. Make sure you like, subscribe, share, and drop a comment. And let's see what's waiting for us in the next part of this story.
It was a one-night stand. Play with Lil Baby's ass.
Oh shit!
He gave me $40,000. So Lil Baby had slid in my DMs. He asked me if I was in Miami, and I told him, yeah. He texted me, told me to pull up, and the first time we linked up was weird. He kept touching me. Like, I get it. You know, you got a lot of people that's just a setup situation. But it was just weird because he kept touching me and he was just rubbing at me. Like it got to the point where I felt like, okay, is he like trying to figure out if I'm a woman or a man? And then after that, it was fascinating, honestly.
So close, it looked like they were moving as one. That wasn't just a random group picture. The angle, the body language, the smiles, everything screamed, there's more here. And people were hitting screenshots faster than TMZ on payday. Then right on cue, 50 Cent reposted it with a caption basically asking, what's really going on here? And the internet lost its mind. For fans who've been watching closely, this wasn't just some funny party flick. It felt like confirmation of what they'd been whispering about for months. That Rubin wasn't just a casual friend in Lil Baby's corner, but allegedly the one pulling strings behind the scenes, financially and maybe even personally. From that moment, the jokes started cutting sharper. The sugar daddy label stuck, the rumors grew louder, and suddenly, every single sighting of Lil Baby with Rubin, or any high-powered man, was being dissected frame by frame, and whether you buy into it or not, that one photo turned into the receipt, sparking theories that just won't die down. Because let's be real, Michael Rubin ain't just some random billionaire photobombing Lil Baby's moments.
Rubin was never hugging me. You know what I'm saying? I was dapping Kuzman up, and Mike happy to see me. He ran over there, we started like wrestling, like touching it. And that picture, like Mike, one of my real good friends, we in a party with goddamn 200-300 people. There's nothing weird could go on with all these people in the mix, you know what I'm saying? But I ain't gonna get on the internet and go back and forth and I told him, man, that's a crazy looking picture, you know what I'm saying?
He's a powerhouse with ties to athletes and some of the biggest names in the industry. And year after year, we've all seen Baby right there in the mix. Of course, Lil Baby tried to clear the air. He explained that infamous white party picture saying Rubin's actually his friend and they were just play wrestling when the camera snapped. Nothing major, just a playful moment frozen in time. But by then, the streets had already decided their own version of the story. Even after Lil Baby tried to clear the air, fans kept pointing out details that made them side-eye the whole situation. And the one story that really sticks? The gambling meltdown. Baby admitted he blew through nearly $9 million in less than 2 days, and when it spiraled out of control, it was none other than Rubin who allegedly stepped in. According to Baby, Rubin personally reached out to casinos and had him banned so he couldn't keep betting. Now, some people see that as a loyal friend protecting him. But for the crowd that already believes the DL whispers, it looks way different. More like a man guarding his investment, making sure the person he's tied to stays locked in. And let's not forget one of Baby's biggest things for years, no tattoos. He bragged about keeping a clean look, saying it helped him move in business circles without getting boxed in by stereotypes. That clean canvas was part of his brand. He even said it in interviews, plain and simple. So when fans finally spotted his very first tattoos, it instantly became headline gossip. But what had everyone shook was the placement on his inner thighs. Nobody expected that, and the timeline blew up with, "Why there of all places?" Then came the performance that sent it into overdrive. Baby hit the stage in shorts, a tank top, and a pink belt, moving around and pulling his shorts just high enough to flash the ink. And of course, the fan videos went viral, sparking a whole new conversation that had people talking nonstop. It didn't take long before the internet went wild with those clips, screen recordings, zoom-ins, and captions that weren't subtle at all. Some folks shrugged it off as Baby just flexing new ink and feeling himself, but plenty tied it straight into the DL chatter, calling it a soft launch for a side he hadn't shown before. Once that caught fire,
I would say my last relationship definitely taught me, like, when somebody show you who they are, believe them. The 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th time, you have to believe them.
I think Lil Baby is bisexual. I was sucking his, and I started going down. And yeah, he didn't stop me. He put his legs back to him.
The rumors had new fuel, and suddenly the tattoos weren't just tattoos anymore. Lil Baby had to step in again, this time on Lil Yachty's podcast, trying to shut it down. He said the jokes weren't funny and even claimed he pulled the white party security footage to prove that Hug was quick and harmless. But here's the twist. He never dropped the footage. And online, when someone says, "I got proof," but never shows it, people instantly assume the proof ain't on your side. Instead of cooling things off, it gave the rumor mill even more to chew on. And this is where things stop feeling like coincidence, because one name keeps popping up every time people connect Lil Baby's patterns: James Harden. Their friendship ain't low-key at all. They've been courtside together, jetting around, showing up to major events like a package deal for years. But the moment that really locked in fans' suspicions, Harden's over-the-top birthday gift back in 2020. He pulled up with a Prada duffel stuffed with $100,000 in cash, a Richard Mille watch worth a fortune, and yes, actual honey buns. The video of Baby pulling stacks and snacks out that bag spread like wildfire. Some saw it as just a rich friend flex, nothing more, but others tucked it away as part of the bigger puzzle. One viral comment had everybody laughing and side-eyeing at the same time. Lil Baby been giving his honey buns to Harden. That's the wild part. On the internet, you don't need hard proof. All it takes is a few flashy moments, some inside jokes, and a theory that feels like it fits. Harden's birthday gift became one of those core receipts, and it didn't stop there. Not long after, Harden and Lil Baby popped up in headlines again, this time in Paris for Fashion Week 2021. They weren't out there looking for drama, but drama found them anyway. French police stopped their car, claimed they smelled cannabis, and suddenly things turned messy in front of flashing cameras. Harden got frisked and questioned, then released, but Lil Baby wasn't as lucky. He was fined for possession and photographed being led toward a police van. And of course, those pics hit the internet before they even made it back to the hotel. At first, people saw it as an unlucky run-in, but looking back,
hear that you say that you don't have any tattoos at all?
Nope.
So what's the reason why you made sure in a world of tattoos, you don't have any?
Being younger, like, I don't want no tattoos. I know I'm gonna have something to do when I get older.
Yes, sir.
Put my money in, I don't want to be like a thug. Like, even though, like, I'm almost a thug, I was a thug. I don't want to be no thug. You feel? I don't want people to look at me like I'm a thug. You know what I'm saying? That ain't what I want. People with tattoos, and to me, you look like a thug.
Yeah.
Only time I can see me getting a tattoo, like, it gotta be real sentimental to me. Like,
fans slid it right into the pattern. Another big headline with Harden, another clip for the rumor compilation videos. And from there, the whispers stretched further. The internet didn't just stop at Harden. There were rumors about Baby and other artists too, including talk he might have had something with Juice WRLD. Nothing ever confirmed, no receipts, but for those already convinced, it all blended into the same storyline. Then came the leaked tape drama. A clip started floating around showing someone who looked like Lil Baby allegedly giving another man oral. The internet ran wild with it and Baby had to face it head on. He jumped online and wrote, "Y'all gotta stop using my name and likeness when y'all get bored. The extremes MFs go to for clout is sick. Ain't no mystery in my history on no level. This my last time addressing any kind of dumb clickbait. TF is wrong with y'all? No flaws, no cap in my raps." But that only fueled more DL talk. And things turned extra messy when IG model Teresa Lava hit a podcast and hinted at a personal run-in with Baby, implying he might not be as straight as he claims. And that podcast moment with Teresa Lava, that was the spark that reignited everything all over again. She never flat out said names, but the way she described her experience had folks connecting dots straight back to Lil Baby. The internet didn't miss a beat, clips went viral, captions got reckless, and suddenly her story was stamped as another piece in the so-called DL puzzle.
What's the most you ever lost gambling at one?
$8 million.
How long?
Like one day, like probably 40 hours straight. I lost like $8 million.
That's not
9 million.
That's not one.
I made myself stop gambling. I had Michael Rubin write a letter to every casino and ban me from the casino. You know, because I just do shit. You know?
What made it hit harder was the timing. Baby was already fighting off leaked tape rumors, Harden headlines, and old whispers about billionaire ties. So when Lava dropped her little hints, it wasn't just gossip, it felt like confirmation to people who had been waiting for another receipt to surface. And while Baby keeps saying there's no truth in any of it, fans argue the pattern speaks louder than words. Billionaire friends gifting him fortunes, high-profile scandals hitting back-to-back, leaked footage, and now women popping up hinting at private stories to the internet. It all stacks up into one messy narrative.
I would say my last relationship definitely taught me, like, when somebody show you who they are, believe them. The 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th time, you have to believe them. No matter how much, like, time really don't heal.
But I don't know.
Time do not heal. That person gonna always be them.
Time only heals if a person is like mentally there with it. You know, like time don't heal if it's two people on two.
With Lil Baby's ass. But the 3rd time we linked up, I ate his asshole out. Yeah. I think Lil Baby is bisexual. I was sucking his, and I started going down. And yeah, he didn't stop me. He put his legs back to him. Yeah, he was holding him.
Get another drunken hug tonight. I don't care what anyone says. You're getting a drunken hug. You too. You too. Drunken hugs are coming tonight. Yeah.
But here's the catch. Every time Baby addresses the rumors, they only grow bigger. Every denial turns into another trending hashtag, another wave of think pieces, another round of he said, she said, and that's the dangerous loop. Once the streets think they figured out your secret, silence doesn't save you and words don't clear you. At this point, the question ain't even whether the rumors are true. It's how much longer Lil Baby can outrun them. Because from Rubin to Harden to leaked tapes and podcast confessions, the storyline just keeps expanding. And if the internet's proven anything, it's that once they smell smoke, they'll swear there's fire, whether it's real or not. By the time the Teresa Lava whisper settled, the streets were already buzzing with the next layer of drama. Blogs started dropping blind items about one of the biggest rappers in the game being tangled up in secret relationships with powerful men, and of course, all eyes went straight to Lil Baby. Nobody even needed proof anymore. The internet had already cast him as the main character in the story. And here's where it gets even crazier. Fans started pulling up old interviews, body language breakdowns, even freeze-framing performances to decode hidden messages. One TikTok with millions of views claimed Baby had been low-key telling on himself through his fashion choices and stage antics all along.
A Prada bag because he's proud of me, full of honey buns. With a honey bun, you know what I'm saying? Man, shit ain't got serious, man. You hear me, man? I'm on the ground with a honey bun and a honey bun. You got two rich in, man? Two rich in one day, man.
And he proud of you.
Hey, he brought me a Prada bag because he proud of me, man. You feel me?
Prada bag because he's proud of you. Yeah. Honey bun.
They gonna have to catch up tomorrow. They gonna have to catch up tomorrow. They gonna have to catch up tomorrow. But they gonna try to try. Shit. They right, y'all.
You deserve it. Come on. You deserve it. Come on.
I like getting that paper.
Pink belts, thigh tattoos, billionaire besties. Suddenly, everything was framed as evidence. Meanwhile, industry insiders whispered about tension behind the scenes. Some said certain collabs never dropped because big names didn't want their brands tied to the mess. Others hinted Baby's team was scrambling, trying to figure out how to spin the narrative before it cost him endorsements. But the wildest twist, rumors say there's another tape out there, one even more explosive than the first. No leaks yet, just whispers. But in the gossip world, that's all it takes. Fans are already waiting, convinced it's only a matter of time before the next bomb drops. At this point, Lil Baby's not just fighting gossip, he's fighting a full-blown storyline that the internet has built for him. And unless something drastic happens, every new headline, every slip-up, every friendship is gonna get dragged into the same messy saga. She didn't drop every detail, but she gave just enough to feed the rumor pages for weeks. One small hint here, one side comment there, and suddenly the blogs had fresh content to spin nonstop. And through all of this, Jayda kept it icy quiet. No confirmations, no denials, no messy clapbacks. Instead, she stayed polished, locked in on her businesses, and kept the co-parenting line looking picture perfect. That silence, it spoke louder than words because people started saying, if it wasn't true, wouldn't she shut it down by now? But that's the thing about rumors. They don't just vanish, they linger, they grow, they twist into new shapes every time Lil Baby hits another stage, drops another performance clip, or gets spotted hanging with the same powerful names. Each sighting becomes evidence, each laugh or hug in public gets replayed, zoomed in, and posted with captions hinting at the same story. It's not just gossip anymore, it's a cycle that refuses to die down. And while fans are eating it up, insiders whisper that this constant noise is wearing down his image behind closed doors. Some folks claim industry execs are quietly pulling back, not wanting the smoke attached to their brands. Others swear the drama's too juicy to hurt him, that in a world where controversy sells, Lil Baby is accidentally becoming one of the most talked about artists on the planet. The truth? Nobody really knows. But the speculation has its own momentum now, and it's moving fast. So maybe the question ain't whether it's true or not. Maybe the real question is, what's coming next? Another leaked clip? Another podcast bombshell? Another friendship exposed in the spotlight? Because if history has taught us anything, it's that every time the chatter seems to cool down, something new drops that drags it right back into the center of the storm. This story is far from over, and the internet's not letting go anytime soon. Make sure you like, subscribe, share, and drop a comment. And I'll see you on the next one where we dig even deeper into the madness.